right. We got good weather here, although I'm not guaranteeing the landing at all. Some of the winds lately have been unpredictable, and right now the winds into Syracuse we're showing 190, 11 knots, gusting 20. So I'm going to be landing on runway 10, which is heading 100 degrees. The winds are be coming from the right, gusting 20 knots, which means it's probably going to push me off course, but that's okay too. So why is the simulator? So we'll zoom in 20 miles out. Probably will be given a direct to whatever waypoint that is here shortly on the approach. Moyik looks like at 3,200 feet or above, which we are.
Legion 354, turn left heading 320.
Okay, that's going to give me a little bit of a turn out first. Left heading 320, Legion 354. So it looks like it's going to give me a little bit of a turnout and then vector back to the right for a little bit better approach. Just got to watch my speed here. I can't be above 250, which we're at 245 right now, which unless there's a huge gust of wind or something changes, we should be fine. Basically, anything under 10,000 feet, you have to be 250 or less. Obviously, the closer you get to the airport, the slower you have to get. We're still 20-25 miles out. So once we get our directional turn here to Moyik, then we'll slow down.
Legion 354, turn right heading 355.
Right heading 355, Legion 354. If we can see the airport or not. Yep, right there's our runway. There should be. Actually, we'll slow our speed here, 240. Probably say descend and maintain 3,200. So
Legion 354, proceed direct Moyik. Descend and maintain 3200 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 10 approach.
Proceed direct Moyik, descend and maintain 3200, 3,200 feet until established. Cleared on the approach for the ILS runway 10, Legion 354. Gonna get tower already in the box here, so it should be 20.3. I'll turn here in a second. And then I'm gonna do this on my thing here with Moyik right there, so we're gonna go direct. Moyik, enter. Should be turning, and we're above our profile. The plane knows this green dot. Basically, if this was down here, it means I'm too high. Up here means I'm too low, so I don't really have to worry about anything at the moment there comes down, so I'm going to press this in, so it follows that flight path down to 3,200 feet and a slower speed, 220. else is taking off. Yep, you see some flashing lights. Cool. Hopefully, yeah, right there on the TCAS. See somebody actually just took off. So hopefully I don't have to worry about anything else. Let's get the ignition switch to ignite. Let's get our speed brakes armed. We are now about, 15 miles. Yeah, it's actually a little bit less, but that's fine. So we should be pretty good. Let's get the approach armed right here. Let's get our landing system on. Localizer's captured, that's why the plane's turning. And tower's already in at 20.3. Let's make sure we get our performance is already activated. Good.
Allegiant 354, contact Syracuse Tower on 120.3.
Over to tower 120.3, Allegiant 354, thanks. So this should be good. 3.2, but our actual glide slope capture afterward is 2.1. So we'll set that. Missed approach is 3,000, so once we capture, we'll go back up to 3, over to tower, and then actually ground is 21.7.
Alright, doing clear for takeoff, Beechcraft 6-3 Echo.
Beechcraft 6-3 Echo, contact departure.
Over to departure, Beechcraft 6-3 Echo. See ya.
TBM 22 Mike, contact departure.
And tower Allegiant 354 on the ILS runway 10. Let's actually slow ourselves here. Way too fast.
354, Syracuse Tower, roger.
Flaps what?
2,500.
And let's reduce the speed even more. Final approach speed.
Allegiant 354, Syracuse Tower, winds 190 at 11 gusting 20. Runway 10 cleared to land.
It's gonna be fun. Runway 10 cleared to land, Allegiant 354. Yeah, so we're
2,000.
perfect on our star here, which is our glide slope. Got to slow down though, we're a little fast. So let's go gear down. It'll slow us down a little bit. Once we hit this dash mark on 200, we can air flaps 2. Retract our speed brakes. Speed brakes are these, which are good. Speed brakes, flaps 2. Let's get the rest of our lights on. Get the cabin. Next line is just above 180, flaps 3. There, and not much after that is flaps full. So if we miss, we're going left heading 081 3000. Otherwise we're going to try to vacate by uniform if we can. And flaps full. Baseball fields, cool. And we're good to land here. Yeah, it's windy. Look at this. This is not good. It should have come in from this way, but they have me come in from this way for some reason. And we're going to taxi once we get off to gate 15, it looks like. So this is going to be fun. It'll be a hard landing. So gear down, flaps are full, spoilers are armed. Nope, they are not. Right there. Boom. Auto brake, or autopilot off. This is going to be brutal.
100 above. 200.
Either very bad or very good.
200. Minimum.
Yeah, there's the wind pushing us to the side.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Actually,
Tower, can I get a wind check for 6-3 Echo?
actually, as far as
Experimental
touchdown,
6-3 Echo, winds 280
it was a
and
hell of a
6.
touchdown. So, if you experience that in real life, where the plane seems like it's going sideways, that's what's happening. Nose down, reverses out, auto brakes in progress. We'll try to exit here on Mike if possible. No. Yep, hard brakes. Reverses in. And right. Nope. We're not going to make that. That's fine. We'll go all the way down to the end. Missed that. This is a runway. Another runway, which technically you could probably taxi on if they wanted you to, but...
Allegiant 354, welcome to Syracuse. Contact ground on 121.7.
Ground 121.7, Allegiant 354, thanks.
On our final approach into Syracuse.
Yeah, something's not right with that.
Please turn off your electronic devices and stow them away until we've arrived.
So we used all the runway, all 9,000 feet, but that could have stopped sooner, but we did not.
Position and fasten your seatbelts.
Which is
our
fine.
Allegiant air staff will provide you with information regarding your connection flights once we're
So once we're vacated, we'll turn the strobe lights off,
Now
see it
let's get ready
flashing.
to land.
So we'll turn the strobe lights off, turn the landing lights off, nose light to taxi. We'll keep the runway turn offs on for now. No smoking electronics, good. Wing lights off. We should be good. No contact ground. Switch that over. Ground Allegiant 354 is vacated runway 10. We are currently on taxiway Alpha, requesting taxi to gate 15, please. It's probably going to have us continue Alpha across runway 33 right here. Foxtrot to the ramp, hopefully.
Allegiant 354, taxi to A15 via Alpha, cross runway 33 at your discretion. Have a good day.
Fair enough. We're going to cross, or taxi via Alpha, cross runway 33, our discretion, Allegiant 354. Have a good night. So usually we'd stop here, but there's no traffic that I can see. Turn that back off. There we go. There's no traffic on the TCAS. Actually, I'm going to stop here for 1 second because I know I changed this to below before. I can't see anything. We'll just go above anybody in. So what I did there would tell me if there's traffic coming in. If I couldn't see it, it would show up on here. It's called TCAS, Traffic Collision Avoidance System. And it would tell me if there's any traffic. And I don't see anything on here. Don't see anybody coming in over here. Don't see anybody coming in off that runway, which they shouldn't. So we're going to cross here. Let's get the flaps cleaned up. Spoilers down. Cross the one right here. Good, let's get our gate, which is 15. Yeah, that's not true. We're gonna go gate 15. Hopefully that's in the right spot. I'm gonna cheat again and use this. Should be on the corner, like over here. Yep, right there. Cool. That's the actual gate they parked at in real life. Get the ignition switch back to normal. Stop the chrono time. Get all these off. Taxi all the way down and take a right turn into our gate. Pretty gnarly approach with that wind. But like I said, if something were to happen in real life like that, that's basically what happens is the autopilot will hold that for a little bit, and then as soon as you disconnect it, the pilot takes over and has to turn into the wind, otherwise it's going to blow you way off course. And luckily I did not completely smash it into the ground. Actually, it was a pretty nice landing, and I'm going to look at that real quick. You probably can't see this. Oops. My landing, according to this, was a 49 feet per minute, which is smooth as smooth can be. That's what my flight tracking software had got me at. In my ATC software. That's pretty cool. A couple different planes here. American United. I'm not sure what that is. That looks like some breeze, maybe, in Syracuse. software, or my ATC software, has me in a negative 77, so not bad. Kind of just meet in the middle of those two. It's not here, that's Echo. We'll take our next right into Foxtrot. So flight time was 1:35. Block time's gonna be in the 150 range, which is pretty good. APU master switch on, turn that off with 5 seconds. That's close enough. We should be parking like right here, I think, in this gate. I think. Again, I'm going to cheat a little bit just because it's
Beechcraft
nighttime.
63 Echo, read back correct.
And
November 63 Echo, ready to taxi.
it's actually over here.
Runway 280 Hotel, November, cross runway 10 Alpha, and then we'll contact tower. Beach 63 Echo. Syracuse ground, Couch 323, request taxi to GA ramp.
See the lights off so we aren't blinding anybody. Get the APU bleed on. Oop, a little fast, but that's okay. Definitely off center. Yeah, he didn't tell me to stop sooner than that. That'll work. Good enough. And we'll get engine 1 off. Wait for the bus transfer again. Yeah, they're already opening the door for some reason. Number 2. The fuel pumps come off. Seatbelts can come off. TCAS off. Reset the transponder code. Open the cockpit door. Stop the lock time of 150, which is about what I thought. And we will deboard. We can shut down the APU now. Fuel pump's already off. I already have external air conditioning hooked up, so I can turn these back to normal. Whoops. Turn this back to cold. We'll get our GPS system off. Evac back to Captain Purser. Ground control, crew supply can come off with air. We are good. Requesting boarding.
The boarding requested.
Turn our beacon light off too. Yeah, I'm gonna reset the camera here real quick.
Passengers, the boarding started.
So we're gonna go inside the terminal for 1 second. This isn't modeled here, obviously. But over here, I think it's modeled. Seems like it's really zoomed out. That's better.
Syracuse ground, Vision Jet Charlie Foxtrot Romeo November Kilo. Requesting IFR clearance to Toronto as filed. 1 second while I grab
cool.
the paperwork.
Restaurants.
Vision Jet Romeo November Kilo. We still have an open flight plan.
Use thing.
Please be sure to close that one first via the new flight button.
Anyway, that's our trip to Syracuse. It's JetBlue. Cool. Welcome to Syracuse.